Global sedan sales have been suffering from a decline for some time now, and it seems that one day the manufacturers will run out of patience and abandon this body type altogether. Before this happens, we'd like to talk about the hottest representatives of this nearly extinct breed that are coming for the 2025 model year. These performance sedans bring luxury cabins with proper 5-passenger seating and a truly sporty nature. Before we begin, make sure to hit that like button. Thanks in advance, and let's get started. BMW M5. For those who fear that BMW may go down the full electrification road and strip the next-generation M5 of the mighty V8 engine should breathe a collective sigh of relief. Under the hood of the upcoming BMW M5, you'll see a twin-turbocharged V8 with a 4.4-liter displacement. The engine unit will show peak output figures of 577 horsepower and 553 pound-feet of torque. However, for the first time in the model's history, the V8 will be aided by an electric motor with 194 horsepower and 207 pound-feet of torque. This plug-in hybrid powertrain developed by the M Performance division uses a 14.8 kilowatt-hour battery pack and offers a combined output of 717 horsepower and 738 pound-feet of torque. But it adds 882 pounds to the curb weight, which is not the best news. With a total weight of 5,390 pounds, the new M5 needs 3.4 seconds to accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour. So it's probably the first time in the history of the franchise that the upcoming model is slower than its predecessor and has a worse power-to-weight ratio. On the bright side, the newcomer manages to retain the MSRP price almost at the same level, despite bringing such goodies as 42 miles of all-electric range, improved fuel economy, a wider body with a more aggressive design language, a panoramic glass roof, and an interior with model-specific interior lighting, Bowers & Wilkins audio, curved information and control displays, and M-branded multifunction leather seats. Mercedes EQS. The all-electric luxury sedan by Mercedes-Benz enters its second generation this year with a tasteful facelift, improved range, better efficiency, and even a richer technological package. The model now features a 118 kilowatt-hour battery pack that can offer an improved range of 388 miles. To achieve such an indicator, the brand introduced such features: a more effective regenerative braking technology and a heat pump for better energy use in colder weather conditions. Moreover, the AWD models now feature an intelligent system that can deactivate the front motor to achieve better range parameters. The new EQS has 3 powertrains on offer: the base single-motor model with 335 horsepower and 419 pound-feet of torque, the mid-range EQS with a dual-motor setup that has 335 horsepower and 590 pound-feet on offer, and finally, the range-topping sedan with 516 horsepower and 611 pound-feet of torque. On the outside, the model now sports a redesigned front that mimics the front grille and chrome slats of traditional Mercedes cars and new bumpers. Regardless of the chosen trim, you get an adaptive air suspension and rear axle steering. On the inside, the S-Class levels of luxury are complemented by Burmester 3D audio, ambient lighting, and a 56-inch hyperscreen that occupies most of the dashboard. Audi A5 and S5. Audi has recently changed its naming strategy. From now on, vehicles with even numbers in their monikers have electric powertrains, while the ones with odd numbers use ICE power. As a result of this change, the brand has retired the A4 and S4 badges in favor of the A5 and S5. Besides the new badge, the upcoming A5 grows in size and gets more space, mainly due to the use of newly developed Audi Premium Platform combustion platform. For the US market, Audi offers a limited range of engines. For the A5, it will be a 2.0-liter 4-cylinder engine with a variable turbine turbocharger that helps reach a 268 horsepower output. Its performance-oriented sibling, the Audi S5, gets a more potent 3.0-liter turbocharged V6 with a 48-volt hybrid setup that offers a peak output of 362 horsepower. Both A5 and S5 are coming to the US market with standard Quattro all-wheel drive and 7-speed dual-clutch automatic. Inside, the passengers are treated to a modern interior with leather upholstery illuminated by ambient lighting, power front seats, 3-zone climate control, a sunroof, and a tech-rich package that can be navigated through an 11.9-inch instrument cluster and a 14.5-inch infotainment display. BMW Alpina B4 GT. Alpina has always found ways to make already desirable BMW cars even more exciting by adding more power and exclusive touches. The development of the upcoming Alpina B4 GT clearly followed a similar path. Through the thoughtful introduction of aerodynamic components to the car's exterior, a sporty chassis setup, and engine mapping that boosted power to 522 horsepower and torque to 538 pound-feet, the Alpina B4 GT sprints from standstill to 62 miles per hour in just 3.5 seconds. The 125 mile/hour speed comes after 11.9 seconds, while the maximum speed indicator is set at 189 miles per hour. The aforementioned 3.0-liter inline-6 engine is mated to an 8-speed sport automatic transmission and runs on 98-octane fuel. The design changes are quite subtle and include gold-painted 20-inch forged wheels, new canards on the front apron, and a redesigned rear diffuser with a glossy black finish. Inside, you'll find exclusive badging and tasteful details added to the seats, as well as a hand-stitched leather steering wheel. Xiaomi SU7 and SU7 Ultra. The newcomer puts a claim on the world's most aerodynamic mass-market automobile with a drag coefficient of 0.195. Since Xiaomi is the creator of the hyper die casting technology and Titan metals, the underbody of the SU7 is formed with 9,100 tons of locking force. This sedan can be built on the affordable 400-volt architecture with an impressive range of 330 miles and a Blade battery. However, the top dog of the lineup is the SU7 Max trim built using CATL batteries with 380 miles of EPA-adjusted range. Its powertrain is capable of making 623 horsepower and reaching 60 miles per hour in 2.78 seconds. The Xiaomi Smart Cabin features a 16-inch 3K resolution console and a 56-inch head-up display. The car tech is running the HyperOS operating system and a virtual voice assistant. Finally, Xiaomi is reportedly preparing for the production of an overpowered version of the SU7 sedan. Scheduled for release in early 2025, the SU7 Ultra will get a substantial aerodynamics kit, a weight reduction to about 1,900 pounds, AP racing brakes, Pirelli P0 tires, and a 3-motor powertrain. The resulting powertrain output is estimated at 1,548 horsepower, which equates to a 0 to 60 mph time of 2 seconds and a top speed of 217 miles per hour. Audi e-tron GT. The 2025 iteration of Audi's electric Grand Tourer brings a subtle facelift and a powertrain improvement that makes the e-tron GT worthy of the title, the most powerful Audi ever. Depending on the chosen trim variant, S, RS, and RS Performance, you can expect to gain access to 671, 845, or 912 horsepower respectively. So, even in its base trim, you get 149 more horsepower than the previous generation sedan. This means a 0 to 62 mile/hour time of 3.4 seconds for the base trim and a 2.5 second indicator for the range-topping RS Performance trim. To match the output increase, Audi had to install more capable brakes as standard and has an optional carbon ceramic brake package if you require more braking confidence. The 2025 model also brings a 97 kilowatt-hour battery pack with up to 378 miles of range and the support of 320 kilowatt charging that should get you back on your way in about 18 minutes. The smoothness of the ride was improved with a redesigned standard air suspension, while an active air suspension and four-wheel steering are paid options. The exterior changes concern the grille design with trim-specific elements and a set of new 20-inch wheels. The interior changes are subtle and include a new steering wheel, upgraded seats, and an optional panoramic sunroof. What do you think is the real reason behind the declining sedan sales? Do people actually enjoy the practicality of crossover SUVs, or are there other reasons? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and we keep going. Acura Integra Type S. Closely related to the new generation Civic Type R, the new performance-oriented Integra delivers similar levels of driving in a more mature and stylish package. The Type S is set apart by a more aggressive design, featuring LED headlights, chicane DRLs, a vented aluminum hood, and steel front fenders. Compared to the standard Integra, the Type S is 2.8 inches wider and has wider front and rear tracks. The car rides on new 19-inch shark gray wheels wrapped in Michelin Pilot Sport 4S tires and comes equipped with 13.8-inch front and 12-inch rear disc brakes with Brembo calipers. Other standard features of the vehicle include adjustable dampers, active exhaust, and Helicat limited slip differential. The Type S also gets its own drivetrain, a 2.0-liter Turbo 4 paired with a 6-speed manual. It's good for 320 horsepower and 310 pound-feet. Finally, the interior of the car has some racing flair, featuring ultra-suede trimmed sport seats, embroidered headrests, and a perforated leather sport steering wheel. Porsche Panamera Turbo S e-Hybrid and Panamera GTS. For the latest generation Panamera, Porsche designers installed standard matrix LED headlights and added a new air inlet to ensure that the upgraded engines do not suffocate. The new Panamera was announced with an exclusive 8-speed dual-clutch PDK transmission and either rear or all-wheel drive variants. The range-topping models of the current Porsche Panamera lineup are the plug-in hybrid Panamera Turbo SE Hybrid and the Panamera GTS, which solely relies on internal combustion power. By using a 4.0-liter twin-turbo V8 engine with 493 horsepower of peak output, the GTS manages to hit the 60-mile-per-hour mark in just 3.6 seconds and continue onward to the limited top speed of 188 miles per hour. By harnessing the additional power from a 187 horsepower electric motor, the Turbo SE Hybrid generates the combined output of 771 horsepower and 737 pound-feet of torque. Owing to this power boost, the 0 to 60 time is slashed to 2.8 seconds, while the top speed limiter reaches a 202 mile-per-hour mark. Besides giving a substantial power boost, the PHEV powertrain with a 25.9 kilowatt-hour battery pack brings better efficiency and up to 54 miles of zero-emission driving. The interior changes include a dashboard remake with a 12.6 instrument cluster and dual 10.9-inch screens for the infotainment and a separate passenger display. Audi A6 and S6. If you're into electrification, for the 2025 model year, Audi also brings powerful A6 and S6 sedans. Owing to the new aerodynamic design, the models boast a drag coefficient of just 0.21. The standard A6 has a rear-wheel drive setup and uses a single 362 horsepower electric motor to sprint from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 5.2 seconds. With 94.4 kilowatt-hours of usable battery capacity, you can expect up to 466 miles of autonomy at speeds up to 130 miles per hour. The sportier S6 sedan uses an all-wheel drive quattro technology and a dual-motor powertrain with 496 horsepower capabilities. As a result, the 0 to 60 mile per hour time drops to 3.7 seconds, while the top speed capabilities are at 149 miles per hour. Both models boast an 800-volt architecture, which enables charging at 270 kilowatts. So with the faster charger, you can top up your battery to the 80% level in about 20 minutes. The modernized cabin of these all-electric sedans features a curved display with an 11.9-inch instrument cluster and a 14.5-inch infotainment touchscreen. Additionally, the front passenger receives a personal 10.9-inch display that gives access to most infotainment controls. Porsche Taycan Turbo GT. Porsche's latest entry into the high-performance electric sedan market is the 2025 Taycan Turbo GT. The Turbo GT features Porsche Active Ride suspension with specific tuning, rides on forged 21-inch wheels wearing Pirelli Trofeo RS summer tires, and sports a more potent rear electric motor. It raises the power to 777 continuous horsepower or 1,093 in the overboost mode. Accelerating from 0 to 60 is possible in 2.2 seconds or 2.1 with the optional performance package. The latter enhances track performance by reducing the car's weight, getting rid of the seats, some insulation, and several other comfort features. The interior offers Racetex leather upholstery, a Bose surround sound system, and in the case of the US market, 18-way sports seats up front. We should also mention that the 2025 Taycan Turbo GT made its remarkable debut at the Laguna Seca, setting a new lap record at 1 minute and 27 seconds. Subaru WRX Project Midnight. Today's bonus entry concerns a sports sedan that has probably left its glory days in the past, the Subaru WRX. Although it's just a conceptual study that was developed for this year's Goodwood Festival of Speed, it is still fun to dream about seeing a model like this going into production one day. The WRX Project Midnight sports a menacing matte black body paint with glossy Subaru decals, a wide-body kit with multiple aerodynamic components, a lightened chassis, and 18-inch OZ Super Turismo wheels with racing tires. Under the hood, the performance sedan hides a 2.0-liter flat-4 boxer engine with a turbocharger that helped to achieve the output rating of 670 horsepower and 680 pound-feet of torque. Besides a substantial power boost, the vehicle was put on a strict diet that helped to achieve a curb weight of 2,500 pounds. That was the last entry in today's list. If you'd like to support our efforts, make sure to follow us and check out our previous releases on the screen. Thanks once again, and as usual, may the torque be with you.